Hi everyone, my name's Steph Powell. I'm one of the health and safety consultants working for Thomas Carroll Management Services. I hope you're well and staying safe. We're staying safe by working from home, as will be many of you. And I've come on today to talk about some of the things that you could do to make home working work for you. Now, in order to carry out our work from home and to stay in contact with our clients and our colleagues, we'll be heavily reliant on the use of a PC or a laptop. And although individual workstation assessments for temporary working wouldn't be required, it's still important that we assess our home working environment and try our best to work ergonomically and to encourage good posture. Now, our workstations are going to look completely different to one another at this current moment in time, whether you're working in a study, on your dining room table, or on your kitchen countertop. And I'll be talking through some of the things that we could do in terms of some common practices to improve our posture and to make sure that we're working as ergonomically as possible. First things first, let's look at what you're sat on. If you have an office chair available to you, we'd highly recommend that you use this sort of chair when working at your workstation, because ideally you want to be using something that is adjustable so that you're maximising ergonomic working. However, if you're improvising with some form of other chair, then we're going to look at what good posture looks like and how we can strive to achieve that with other forms of chairs that we have. And also, when we look at good posture, we'll see why options like the sofa or that lovely bar stool you have in your house probably aren't the best options in terms of achieving good posture. Good posture when seated means being able to have your feet firmly placed on the ground, having roughly a 90-degree angle at the knee, roughly 90-degree angle at the hip, and support for the lower back. Now, if you're using an office chair, then chances are you're going to be able to adjust the height, adjust the backrest in order to achieve that. However, if you're using something like an existing chair from your house and it isn't quite giving you the support that you need for your lumbar, then why not perhaps try a cushion or a rolled up towel just to give you that added bit of support and to encourage that upright position when seated. We're looking for a nice relaxed position on the shoulders as well, ready for the working day ahead. Good posture is also encouraged by the way in which we set up our equipment on the work surface that we're using. So good posture would mean an upright position with the head level. So in terms of the screen that you're using, you need to make sure that the top of the screen is in line with your eye line to minimise excess movement of the neck when looking at the screen, which can impact on tension and pressure within the neck and shoulders. Now, you may normally have a screen riser or adjustable equipment to do this when in the office, and if you have that available to you, that's what you should be using. If not, again, we can improvise. So I've used a box that's sturdy enough to take the equipment. You can use other forms of equipment or books to do the same. But let's make sure that we can achieve that good posture with screen setup. Laptop users, however, there's a couple of extra considerations that we need to think about. If you're using a laptop, this can allow you flexibility in terms of where you can work within your home. However, when it's placed on top of a normal surface, it might not allow you to work in accordance with good posture. So when we looked at the screen position with a normal monitor previously, we talked about having it at the right height, the top of the screen in line with eye line, to ensure that our head could stay level. The problem with having a laptop on a surface is that we'll be constantly craning the neck downwards, creating pressure in the neck and into the shoulders. So what can we do about it? We can raise the height of the laptop in a similar way that we would do with the screen. You may have a riser available to you. That might raise the height of the laptop to the right height for you. Still a little bit low. So improvise. Great. Top of the screen, eye line, happy days, or so we think. When we then want to type or use the laptop, in order to use the trackpad and the keyboard, we then go away from good posture because automatically we're creating tension in the shoulders. So whenever you're using a laptop, one, you need to make sure that the screen is at the right height for you, and secondly, you need to make sure that you have a separate keyboard and separate mouse to allow for you to work ergonomically and with good posture. So just remember to have roughly a 90-degree angle at the arms, nice flat angle across the wrist when using the keyboard and the mouse, and having a little bit of a space in front of the keyboard and mouse just provides a little bit of support for the forearms when it comes to typing or using your mouse. If, however, you suffer from pre-existing conditions, or you've been assessed by occupational health and been provided with specific equipment for you, we wouldn't recommend that you improvise with equipment from your home, and you should speak to your employer about obtaining your equipment that you've been provided in your normal workplace. So many of you will already be embracing the benefits of working from home in terms of being able to work where you want, with the right setup of course, but also the flexibility that it brings. So being able to work around any current commitments that you might have, for example, childcare. It is important though that when we are working, we remain dedicated and focused on the task at hand, and often short, sharp bursts can be great for productivity. Just make sure that you're getting regular changes in posture and position. So if you're taking a phone call, why not take that phone call while you're walking around the house? And also making sure that you're getting regular breaks away from your screen, and it's recommended that you should do this at least once an hour. That could be simply making a drink, taking a step outside for a bit of fresh air, basically just doing whatever you need to do to take care of your body and mind in this current climate. Stay in contact with your colleagues and teammates and clients, and I know many of you are embracing technology to do so, and it is important that we look after ourselves. So whatever your workplace looks like at the moment, wherever you may be, make sure you have the right setup. Make sure that you're keeping safe, keeping healthy, so that we can make home working work for us. As we start to see home working go from a temporary situation to more long term, employers should be making plans on how they will be looking to comply with the necessary regulations and to provide their employees with the right equipment for display screen equipment and workstation setup at home. Should there be any queries, please do not hesitate to contact us at Thomas Carroll Management Services, and we'll be happy to assist and advise.